So Sally gets out of school at 2:45 p.m. She is in school for 6 hours and 15 minutes. When does Sally start school? Okay, so our problem is this. We know our end time, so this is end, and we know the time elapsed, which is 6 hours and 15 minutes. Time elapsed. So we're looking for what time Sally starts school. So question mark, starts school. Okay, so I have a number line here that shows our time starting from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I didn't do a whole number line just because I don't think we will need it for the purpose of this problem. But if you notice, I've broken up our number line into AM and PM, since we know that when we cross 12 p.m. our time starts over, and therefore instead of it being 13, it becomes 1 p.m. So whenever we are doing our problem, we just have to make sure that anytime we cross this line, it changes back and forth. To give you another example, if this is our clock, again, it goes from 12 to 1, so hence the AM and PM side. So, problem starts at 2:45. So 2:45 on my number line is right here. So the easiest way I would go about this is I would start off with our 15 minutes since we're skip counting backwards. So each little purple tick right here is our 15-minute intervals, and each red one is our hour. So what I would do is I would move 15 minutes backwards, and remember, we have to write it like this to show minutes. So we've moved our 15 minutes, and now we're going to skip count hourly. Just to make it a little bit simpler, I'm going to change colors. So we're going from 2:30 now, which is right here, to 2:30 p.m., and we're going to count back 6 hours. So each little jump that I make is going to represent an hour. Using the base 60, we're going to regroup and make 60. So we're going to use 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5, and 6 hours. To double check, we're going to count our hours again. So we have 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, which means that we're now in AM. So whatever our answer is over here needs to be in AM since we crossed this middle line. 5 hours and 6. So we have our 6 hours. So I'm going to check that. And then remember our 15 minutes right in here. So we now have our 6 hours and 15 minutes skip counting backwards. So Sally then starts school. If we go all the way back over here at my new time, which is 8:30 a.m. since again we crossed our noon. So when does Sally start school? Sally starts school at